Say what you want, what you wanna say. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Life Like Bunny. I am Bunny, the life that is off. I've got another video for you guys. Today's video, if you've not read the title, is me talking about free bleeding again. And today I'm talking about 5 reasons I believe you should free bleed. I think that's it. Yes, 5 reasons I believe you should free bleed, or 5 reasons why you should start free bleeding now, because, you know, it's good for you. These are the reasons. Reason number 1, it saves money. When you free bleed, you save money. You don't have to buy tampons every single month, you know, and that's money saving, because I think, how much are tampons, babe?
They're like £3, £4 sometimes.
3? Are you sure it's £3?
It varies, but...
Let me Google, how much are tampons? Like, actually, Tampax. Because through a month, when I used to use it a month, I used to go through at least 2 boxes. Tampax. Oh, 13 quid. Oh, £3.36. Yeah, a box of tampons, and there's like 18 in those. It used to be 24 in them, but they've reduced them from 24 to 18. That is... Could you stay here for a second, just in case it fucks up again? I want to cry. This is like the fucking 3rd time me recording the same exact video. It just died. But anyway, with the last clip I was saying, tampons are getting expensive. The first point of reasons why you should free bleed. Tampons are expensive. Literally, they've reduced them from 24 in a box to 18 in a box. So now you have to literally now buy more. And it's too expensive. And when I used to use them, I used to buy at least 2 boxes of tampons. So I used to go through at least 1.5, and if it's worst, if I'm literally malfunctioning, I'll go through 2 boxes, and that's 6 quid. And I know it might not be a lot to some people, but cause of leaves, yeah. And also, even if it's not expensive, it's taxing people. Why should I be taxed? Why should I be fucking taxed? Because I'm bleeding. That's like an extra little tiny tax. What money do men have to fucking spend every single month because of their fucking dick or something like that? I think it's not fair. So that's another reason that you should try and free bleed, man. It's literally going to save you a little bit of money, and it might be negligible to you, but to fuck over capitalism, just refuse to pay the tax and free bleed like me. Yeah? These fabrics are cheap, literally 3 quid, and I've had them for about 3 to 4 years or so. Great. If they get bleached, they get bleached. Who gives a fuck? Do you know what I mean? You're saving your moolah and you're free bleeding. But yeah, second reason as to why I feel like you should free bleed, or why free bleeding is good for you, is it is anti-capitalistic, because it's recycling. Because think about it, if you're using about 20 tampons in a month, it's either going to go down in the toilet or it's going to go to the fucking recycling bin. But recycling, honestly, I personally believe it's a fallacy. They're lying. They're not recycling anything. They're just throwing shit in the fucking sewer and having it come back in our water. Legit. They're not recycling shit. But with these fabrics, you can actually see that, hey, I am physically recycling it. I'm washing it, I'm reusing it, I'm washing it, I'm reusing it over these years. It's much, much better. It's easier, and it says to capitalism, fuck you, I'm not gonna give you that little bit of money every single fucking month. Why are you taxing me extra as a woman? And on top of that, they have not provided any good way of recycling and recycling and getting rid of all this fucking shit that they manufacture and then put it onto me just because I have a need. It's not my fault that you fucking brainwashed me into thinking I need tampons when fabrics are just as good. Do you know what I mean, guys? It's not good. Like, most recycling is lying. They're ending up in landfills. Those fucking pads, cotton. It's gonna take a really long time for it to downgrade to what is it called? Rot and what's the word? Rot. Biodegrade. It's gonna take a really, really long time. Like, that cotton could be fabrics like this that we can use, but instead they just putting it into a tampon. That's just horrible, and wasteful. I don't want pure cotton when I could turn it into fabrics that I can reuse as shirts, I can reuse for bandanas, I can reuse for my periods, I can reuse for anything. So it's good for recycling to free bleed. A third reason as to why I feel like free bleeding is good. A third reason as to why I feel like free bleeding is good for you is you get to feel and get more in touch with your body, especially for like, vagina having people, if you're trans man and like I keep saying, you're trying to just shun it away. Maybe it's because your body dysmorphia is that bad. But you need to be able to feel your body because, for example, it's like a cat on your arm. Like, you don't want to just be like, oh, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that because it's making you uncomfortable. Then it will rot. It's going to get worse. Things are just going to be attached to it that you don't consent to. And therefore might be, down, making it worse. But you want to feel it, you want to feel the clots coming out. And I know it might be uncomfortable initially because, you're trans or you're just not trans, just a lady in general. You just find blood coming outside of you uncomfortable because I do. But I found it worse when it was a tampon because it literally doesn't let you feel that pretty much. It like plugs it. And then when you take the tampon out, you just look and see clots and you feel like you're dying. You didn't feel that happen. But when you're free bleeding, you feel it happen. So you're less surprised, you're less traumatized, in my opinion, because you're more in tune of what's going on. You know that this is the shedding. But before that, you don't know. You're just like, oh, it's mixing in with a tampon and it looks ugly. It looks so ugly. I don't like it. I think it's shit. Yes. Let me just recap. The first reason is you save money because that's good for you. Duh. Second reason is it's anti-capitalist, honestly, because it's the perfect way to recycle and you're doing it in-house. Third reason was you get to feel your body. Like, you need to be more in touch and in tune with your body. Less surprises because tampons are plugging you. They're plugging you. They're not good. They're not good. You don't feel what's happening. The fourth reason I, just realized is toxic shock syndrome. And if you don't know what toxic shock syndrome is basically a disease you can get from leaving a tampon in for too long or just by using a tampon in general. It's a bad disease and it can lead to your legs getting amputated basically because when you have a tampon in, it does not only plug blood, yeah? It also plugs your vaginal discharge that's naturally lubricating your body. And that could lead to an infestation of bad bacteria. And that bad bacteria can literally lead to your legs rotting off and needing for them to get amputated. And they keep saying like, oh, you just need to take the tampon out of 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours or whatever, 6 hours. But still, if you're really, really busy and you're working a job that doesn't let you take fucking short toilet breaks at appropriate times, even in school, they don't let you just go to the fucking bathroom at an appropriate time. You're risking toxic shock syndrome. But if you're free bleeding, zero toxic shock syndrome, like actually zero toxic shock syndrome. And it's a very big deal. It might be my number one biggest reason as to why you should start free bleeding. You will get your legs fucking cut off if you don't. It's bad for you. And I'm not pro diva cups because that's plastic inside you. That's a bad fucking thing. I don't like that. Yeah? So we need to free bleed, guys. Free bleed because nobody's legs wants to be cut off, guys. Also, tampons hurt. They hurt. You're trying to take it out and it's like, ugh. Anyway, this leads into my last reasons as to why I think you should free bleed. My last reason as why I think you should free bleed or why free bleeding is good for you is reduced menstrual cramps. Ever since I started free bleeding, I have been having reduced menstrual cramps. It doesn't hurt as much. It is not as bad. It's genuinely like a whole lot better. Like, it's not like I don't receive period cramps anymore. I still get them. They're still fucking sucks. But I can legit recall and can tell a difference that when I was using tampons, it was making it much fucking worse. It made me uncomfortable with my body first and foremost, because every single time I took it out, I'll be like, oh, because they're mixing in with the tampon. I just don't like it. The blood on its own is good. It's fine. I like it. But mixed in with the tampon, it starts to smell badly because of the tampon, cotton, whatever bleach they've added onto. It's just bad. It just smells so gross. And I don't like that. So, smells gross also causes pain because I don't like pulling out the tampon. That's just too painful. Mixing in with a fucking sharp cramp while you're pulling out a tampon or while you're inserting in a tampon is just disgusting. And also it's because your puss is not feeling air. Okay, air is healing, oxygen is healing. It's good for you. Okay, which means it's good for your vagina, it's good for your nose, it's good for your ears, it's good for your ass, it's good for your holes. Air is good. So you need to let air get inside your punani, and the tampons don't let that happen, which will cause more pain. I'm not even kidding, guys. I can tell because when I free bleed, everything is just coming out. It's just coming out. Because how do you plug something that's meant to be flashed? That's just wrong. That's just wrong. Of course, it's gonna cause discrepancy in your body and cause you pain. So, guys, let me know in the comment section down below. Do you free bleed? What are the reasons that you free bleed? Do you know what I mean? Tell me. I would like to know. Because mine, I have stated them. I'd like to know yours. Maybe I can make another compiling video to compare and contrast. I've recorded this video like 3 times. I feel exhausted. Literally, the first time it just fucking fucked off. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel because I try to upload regularly. Like it because that shit is good for me. And one other thing I would like you to do. Eat pussy, suck dick, and everything in between. I wanna cry because I had to edit that several times. It was not fair.